Bonjour mes amis, je m'appelle Jasmine and welcome back or welcome to my channel Stay Classy by Jazzy, your personal how-to guide. Today I'm going to share with you guys 8 tips to help you choose the right college for you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Number 1 is cost. College is not cheap, it's expensive, but there's ways to alleviate that cost. Scholarships are very important. They're one of the main ways that can help alleviate the cost of going to a school. That way, if your dream school is really expensive and you really don't want to settle on like your second choice school, getting scholarships can really help you actually go to your dream school. So what I would recommend is that there are like merit scholarships, which are like the scholarships you get through your school based on like ACT or SAT scores and criteria like that. And then there's full scholarships that you get from schools that are really competitive because you're competing against other students who are just as qualified, if not more qualified than you in other areas like your ACT score, SAT score, extracurricular activities and stuff like that. Another thing is there are other scholarships out there, especially with websites like fastlive.com and a lot of stuff that can give you scholarships that like $500 to $1,000, something like that. And I know you're kind of like, no, I need more than that. But really, if you apply for a lot of scholarships, the more scholarships you apply for, the better. Then that increases your chances of getting these little small scholarships. And if you get enough of those small scholarships, they can add up to like actually a pretty good amount that can help you pay for your books at least, or maybe school supplies, stuff like that. Also, I would check out your school's counselor's website. Now, I don't know about every school, but I know in my high school, our counselors had a website just for those who are looking for scholarships and had like a bunch of scholarships listed for that month, and basically you kind of find whatever scholarship kind of you think you're eligible for. So definitely I say apply for scholarships. It's tedious and I did not like it at all because all I wanted to do was focus on going to school, but it's going to help you, and it can even actually help you get into your dream school if that's really what you want to do. Number 2 is location. Now, location was really important to me, and I feel like it might be as important to some people, but not to other people. It's just kind of like personal preference. For me, I enjoyed my home life and being with my parents and my family, but I knew that after I graduated high school, I wanted to be more independent and stuff, and so I knew I wanted to live on campus, and I wanted to live a little ways away from home, but not too far. I'm away from home, but if I ever need to go home for some reason, I can easily go home if I need to, and I don't have to like drive hours to get home, or I don't have to purchase a plane ticket. But there's some people who want to get away from home for certain reasons. Also keep in mind in-state versus out-of-state tuition. Typically, in-state tuition is a lot cheaper, especially if you're attending a state school. But don't rule out out-of-state colleges either, because there are some programs at the colleges that actually where you can actually spend less money at an out-of-state school that you would in an in-state school. It just depends on that school itself. As you know, they're trying to diversify their student population, so they want to reach students from different states and different cities. Also keep in mind, I know some people have some friends who are from different parts of the country who can't necessarily go home on the holidays like Easter or all that stuff because plane tickets are expensive or they don't have a way home. So keep that in mind too. Number 3 is vibe/atmosphere. When you tour a college or a campus, think about how you felt when you went on that campus. Did you feel really excited and welcome by the people there? Or did you just kind of feel like, I don't know, it's in the middle of nowhere, blah, blah, blah. Because eventually, if you end up becoming a student at the school, you need to make sure that you're going to be happy and satisfied with your decision and you feel like you fit in. If you don't feel like you fit into that school environment or school vibe or atmosphere, basically that school is not meant for you. You need to keep looking. So it's very important to keep intact because you don't want to spend money on a school and realize like this is not for me. Number 4 is majors. So what I mean by this, of course, you're like, Jasmine, duh, I want to go to a college that has my major. Yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying by this is don't limit yourself to like one major and making sure that school has that major. What I would suggest is actually choose your top 3, 4, or 5 majors and make sure that the schools or the school that you really want to go to has those majors. You don't want to get to school and realize that your number 1 major is actually not like the right fit for you, and you're scrambling to kind of like find another major within that list of majors that school only has. So definitely make sure that your school has those majors. That way, if you do change your major, you have room to be like, okay, this is my 2nd choice, 3rd choice, 4th choice, 5th choice, and so on. So I really would keep in mind, just make sure that you have your plan B, C, D majors. That way you're not attending a college that's not going to help you get a degree and graduate in the future. Number 5, talk to professors / students. When you go on a campus tour and say you already know your major or you have majors that you're interested in, I would suggest going to that department or those departments of the major or majors that you're interested in and talk to the professors and talk to the students. These are the people who know the program really well. So if you want to talk to a professor, they know more like the structure of your program and what kind of courses you will take as a student there. But if you really want to get like an insight into the department, talk to the students. They know what kind of classes you will be taking, and they can tell you which professors to take. They can tell you the pros and cons of the major and what they love about it and all that stuff. So I would definitely speak to them and ask them all your questions that you have, because they're there. They're resources for you. And also you have familiar faces that you know when you become a student there. Like, oh, I remember talking to you about our department. Welcome back to our major. And you kind of made like friendships or bonds and all that stuff. Number 6, school size. Now, growing up, I went to a lot of smaller size schools, so I was kind of used to like a small group of people where I knew pretty much everyone in my grade, except high school. High school is pretty big. So that was a really big deciding factor for me, because I didn't want to attend a large state school because I just didn't feel comfortable in that kind of atmosphere. So that's why I attend a school that has about, it's like a medium-sized school. It's like 8,000 people or so, give or take. I feel like the school is not too small to where I feel like I know every single person there and like everyone knows each other's business, but it's not so big that I'm just like overwhelmed by like a flood of people, and we're just not numbers, we're actually faces and names. And you know what, guys, like I have a ton of cafeteria worker friends. Like they're a second family to me. They take care of me. I ask them how their day is, they ask me how my day is. I'm basically like a little like adopted daughter to them. They like Quinn, he knows what I like on my turkey burger. All I have to say is turkey burger, and he knows what kind of cheese I want and all that stuff. And I know Iris, and I know Yolanda and Misha and just Chris and everybody. Like we just know each other on like a friendship and like family level, and I just love it. And you don't get that kind of community sense at a large university typically. Not saying you can't, but it's really hard to kind of foster that. Number 7, graduation retention rate. This is something that not everyone looks at, but I looked at because I'm just like that kind of person, I guess. It was really important for me to look at a school and make sure that they had a really great graduation rate or a really good retention rate, because that's really important. Because if you're paying to go to a school, you want to make sure that A, you're getting your money's worth, and B, it's worth your time. So I didn't want to go to a school where the graduation rate or retention rate for students, which basically means from freshman year to sophomore year, how many students actually stay at that school and not transfer or drop out. And so that was really important to me, and I didn't want to go to a school where a lot of people were like dropping out or leaving, because that was an indication. I was like, I might not like that school. And last but not least, number 8, trust yourself. At the end of the day, you are the only person who's going to make a decision what college you're going to go to. Not your parents. Your parents should not make a decision for you. Not friends, not your dog, not your roommates, not your neighbors, etc. They're not going to make the decision for you. You are. At the end of the day, you're the one who's going to go to that college. You're the one who's going to be in those classes. You're the one who's going to like make friends there. So you need to make a decision on what college you feel most at home with. If that's not enough for you to be like, I feel like I have enough tools to make my decision, I would also recommend making a pros and cons list. If I don't make I make a lot of lists, okay? I make to-do lists basically every day. Basically, for each college that you're interested in, I would make a pros and cons list. And that way you can have like a really like wide look at what each college offers for you, and then you can kind of see like, oh, clearly this university offers more of the pros than cons than any other university I'm looking at, so maybe this is the right decision for me, and that can cause you to look more into that university and all that stuff. At the end of the day, I would just highly say pray about it. You're gonna make the right decision in one way, shape, or form. If you go to university for a semester and realize that you didn't like it, you can always transfer to another university. Come here, you guys, come here. I wish you guys the best of luck in your college decision. You got this, all right? You got this. Just trust yourself, trust your instincts, go with what you know that you will enjoy. Keep applying for scholarships, talk to professors, talk to students, all that good stuff. Alright, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some tips that will definitely help you guys out with choosing a college. Thank you, Catherine, for the inspiration for this video. Also, guys, comment down below what's your #1 choice university. Belmont University is my #1 choice, and so woo-hoo. Happy April. Have a great start to the new month and a great start to a new week. And I'll catch you guys back here next Sunday. Don't forget to stay classy, classy crew. Bye.